Hello students, we are here to study the chapter 10 of SST. The name of the chapter is Our Water Resources, and last day we have studied about this chapter. But last topic of this chapter was remaining, that we will continue today, water conservation. A major portion of fresh water available in India is lost due to improper uses and conservation methods. Water conservation is very important in our country like India, where people depend on rainfall for their agricultural and domestic needs. In our country, mainly agriculture is dependent on the rainwater. So, for our country like India, it's necessary to conserve the water. Some ways of conserving water we will discuss. First one is storing as much water as possible. Storing as much water as possible. Storing as much water as possible during the rains by constructing don't write it. I'm trying to explain you, just understand it, listen my words. Constructing dams, reservoirs and tanks. Second one is by preventing the water pollution. By preventing water pollution. By preventing water pollution. By preventing water pollution. By avoiding sewage drains near water bodies. By using groundwater economically. And by practicing the rainwater harvesting. By minimizing the use of chemicals like pesticides. Taking care that borewells should not have any gaps around them. Planting more trees. This helps the water cycle to be maintained. Cutting down of the forest should be discouraged. Treating wastewater from factories to remove all pollutants before releasing them into the sources of water, because when this wastewater from the companies and factories are thrown into directly into the water bodies, they pollute them, and due to that pollution many organisms living there die. So that should be treated, this waste should be treated properly to remove all the pollutants before releasing them into the sources of water. Treating sewage properly before disposal into sources of water. These are some of the ways to conserve the water. I will read one more time and you have to hear properly. Storing as much water as possible during the rains by constructing dams, reservoirs and tanks. By preventing water pollution, by avoiding sewage drains near water bodies, by using the groundwater economically, by planting the trees, because these trees helps to maintain the water cycle, and by rainwater harvesting. Do you know what is rainwater harvesting? Let's discuss in detail about this. I have told this term that rainwater harvesting should be done in order to conserve the water. So let's discuss what is the rainwater harvesting. What is rainwater harvesting? Rainwater harvesting is a technique to store the rainwater without wasting it. Rainwater collected on the terraces of the concrete buildings is diverted into the subsurface soil through pipelines. This is a technique in which what we do, rainwater we store without wasting it. When the rainfall occurs in the concrete buildings, on the terraces it falls, and from there it is diverted to the subsurface soil through the pipelines, and water thus collected in the soil becomes part of the underground water, and this way we save all the rainwater, or we store all the rainwater without wasting a single drop of it. So if anyone asks you what is rainwater harvesting, what will you answer? Rainwater harvesting is a technique to store the rainwater without wasting it. Clear? This is about the chapter. We have finished the chapter. Now you need to take a pencil and open page number 49 in the book. Take a pencil in hand and open page number 49 in the book. Let's do the exercise of this chapter. First exercise is fill in the blanks. You need to write only the answers in the book. That's why I am also writing only the answers on the board. I will read the question and I will write the answer on the board. Water is obtained from dash and dash. Two sources of the water we have to write. First one is rain. We get water from the rain. Do we get? Yes. And from the rivers also we get water. So rain and rivers are the answer for the first question. Water is obtained from rain and rivers. Second question, a canal is a man-made channel through which water from a river or a stream is dashed to agriculture field. So what we will write? Diverted. D-I-V-E-R-T-E-D. D-I-V-E-R-T-E-D. I will read it one more time. A canal is a man-made channel through which water from a river or a stream is diverted to agricultural field. Now third question. Bhakra Nangal Dam is built across the Dash river, and the answer is Satluj river. Satluj river. Bhakra Nangal Dam is built across the Satluj river. Now question number 4. Plantation of more and more trees help maintain the dash cycle, and the answer is water cycle. Water cycle. These are the 4 answers of the first exercise. I will read the answer one more time, and by the time you have to write. First one, rain, rivers. Second one, diverted. Third one, Satluj, and fourth one, water. Now we will do the next exercise of this chapter. Tick the right answer. Exercise B. Tick the right answer. Let's do this. Tick the right answer. Exercise B. I will read the question. You have to just put a tick mark over the box. But during the exam, what you have to do, my dear students? So many times I have told you. You have to write the answer. Okay? Water in the well is pumped out for irrigation using a diesel or electric dash. We have 3 options here: tube well, channel, and tank. And what will be the correct answer here? Tube well. Tube well will be the correct answer here. Tube well. Tube well. Second one, dams are usually built across a dash to hold back water. 3 options we have: sea, mountain, and river. And what is the correct answer here? River. River is the correct answer. River is the correct answer for this question. Question number 3. Most most of the rainwater in India is lost because it does. First option, flows into the sea. Second option is polluted. Third option is not conserved properly. So what we will write here? Which one is the correct? Last option is correct. Is not conserved. Is not conserved properly. Is not conserved properly. Question number 4. Use of too much pesticides in agriculture dash. We have 3 options. Causes diseases, pollutes water sources, helps rich crops. So what will be the correct answer in? Second option is correct. Pollutes water sources. Pollutes water sources. Pollutes water sources. Now, last question of this exercise. The Nagarjuna Sagar Dam, built on the river Krishna, attracts tourists because of dash. We have 3 options here. Beautiful picnic spots, vast agricultural lands, and electricity production. Why it attracts the tourists? Because of beautiful picnic spots. So first option is correct. Because of beautiful picnic. Because of beautiful picnic spots. I will tell the answer one more time, and by the time what you have to do, you have to match whether you have ticked it correctly or not. First answer is tube well, second answer is river, third answer is not conserved properly, fourth answer is pollutes water sources, fifth answer is beautiful picnic spots. Clear? Now we will do exercise C. Exercise C is write T for true and F for false. We have to write true and false. First question, water is as important as air in sustaining life on earth. Whether it's true or false? This is true. So for this, what we need to write? T. Second one, dams help to store water for irrigation but cause floods in an area. This is false. Dams are used to control the floods. So this is false. For third question, India has a very long coastline. So many people catch fish for livelihood. This is also true. And so we will write T. Question number 4. Sewage drains near water sources can pollute water. This is also true, and we need to write T for this. Question number 5. Question number 5 is, we can use and waste water freely during the rainy season. No, we should not do this, because this is not a good way to waste the water. We should conserve the water. So this is false, and for this we need to write F. I will read this exercise, answer also one by one, you match it. First one true, second one false, third one true, fourth one true, and fifth one false. Okay? Now exercise D, answer the following. Why does agriculture in India depend mainly on the irrigation? What is the reason? Because the amount of rainfall received in different regions of India is not the same. Okay. Exercise of this chapter you will be given in the PDF today or tomorrow. Okay. So I am not giving the question answer in the class. I will give the PDF. Okay. And now we will do chapter 11 we will start, and next day we will complete. Today just we will start about this. Okay. This exercise is clear, no? All the exercise you will get in the PDF. From there you can note down the question answer also. Okay. Let's study about this chapter 11 also. Little bit introduction I will give today, and next day we will complete it. Next day we will complete chapter 11. Today just we will start. Forests and wildlife. Forests and wildlife. Forests and wildlife. The name of the chapter is Forests and Wildlife. Before starting the chapter, let me tell you what is forest. A forest is a large area of land which is thickly covered with the trees. It also includes smaller plants and wild flowers. Okay? So if anyone asks you what is forest, what will you say? This is a large area of land covered thickly with the trees, and this also includes smaller plants and wild trees or flowers. Forests are another important natural resource of our country. They are a great wealth of a nation. The total area of country under forest should be 1/3, means 33% of the total area of a country should be covered with the forest. But in India, the area under the forest is much less than the needed. Only about 1/5, means 20% of land is covered with the forests. So, we should need to plant more trees in order to increase its percentage. What is the importance of forests? Let's study about the importance of forests. Why it's needed to plant more trees, and why the forest cover is needed as 1/3 of the total land area. Forests have always been of great importance to human beings. We depend on forests for economic and environmental needs. For what purpose we depend on these forests? For our economic and environmental needs. For our economic and environmental needs, we depend on the forests. Forests gives us oxygen we need to breathe, prevent the soil erosion, stop the moisture laden winds, and cause rains. Forests prevent atmospheric pollution and promotes the ecological balance. Forests provide shelter to certain tribals. Forests preserve wildlife. Forests supply raw materials for many industries. Forests provide timber, bamboo, plywood, etc. So, what are the importance of them? First one, we depend on this forest for our economic and environmental needs. And forests fulfill our needs in several ways, like it gives us oxygen, prevent the soil erosion, stop the moisture laden winds, and causes rains. supply raw materials for the many industries, and they provide timber, plywood and bamboo, etc. Clear? Now we will study in detail about the types of forests. Types of forests. Let's study about the different types of forests. First one, which we are going to discuss is evergreen forest. Let's study in detail about first evergreen forests. Evergreen forests. Evergreen forests. Evergreen forests remain green throughout the year. As the name is suggesting green, no? Throughout the year, this evergreen forests remain green because they do not shed their leaves at the same time. They are dense forests found in regions of heavy rainfall such as fields of Northeast India, Orissa, Tamil Nadu, slopes of the Western Ghats, Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Bamboo, rosewood, ebony and mahogany are the chief trees of this forest. Which trees are famous here in evergreen forest? Which trees are found? Bamboo, then rosewood, then ebony, then mahogany are the trees. Bamboo, then rosewood, ebony, mahogany are the trees which are found in the evergreen forest. Next is the deciduous forests. Deciduous forests. Let's study about this forest in detail. Deciduous forests. Deciduous forests are also called the monsoon forests. What they are called? They are called monsoon forests. Monsoon forests. These are the most common types of forests in India. Trees in these forests shed their leaves seasonally. These forests cover a large part of the country, right from the sub-Himalayan region to the Kanyakumari. The common trees found in the deciduous forests are sal, teak and sisal. What are the trees which are found here? Sal trees, then teak trees, then sisal trees are found in this forest. Sal, teak and sisal trees are found in this forest, deciduous forest. These trees give useful wood for timber and furniture. In some areas, these forests also have rosewood, then mahua and sandalwood. Rosewood, mahua and sandalwood are also found in some areas. Now next is thorny forests. Thorny forests. Thorny forests. Let's see thorny forests. These are called arid forests. What these forests are called? Arid forests. Like deciduous forest, this forest is also having another name. What is the name of this thorny forest? Arid forest. Arid forests. These forests are mostly found in the desert regions of Rajasthan and drier parts of Gujarat, Punjab, Haryana, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh, Karnataka, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. Common thorn trees are kicker, bubble and date palms. Which trees are found here? Kicker, then bubble, then date palms are the trees which are found in this forest. Cactus plants are very common. Cactus plants are also very common in this forest. Then, besides, stunted bushes are also found in this forest because of sharp thorns, small leaves and long roots. Desert plants can survive without water for many months in this forests. Clear? Now, about the mountain forests. Let's study about the mountain forests. Mountain forests. Mountain forests. Most of our forests are found on hills and mountains. Mountain forests are mainly coniferous forests. They are mainly coniferous forests. Mountain forests are mainly coniferous forests. They are mainly coniferous forests. These forests are found on the Himalayan region and Western Ghats. Trees of this forest are tall, bear canes and have pointed needle-shaped leaves. The trees found in these regions are Chir, Deodar, pine, Chir, Deodar, pine, spruce and silver fir. The soft wood of trees is used for making wood pulp, packing boxes and furniture. These trees yield resin and turpentine also. Now the last type of forest which is given in your syllabus or book is tidal forests. Tidal forests. Let's study about them. Tidal forests. Tidal forests. Tidal forests are also known as mangrove forests. What these tidal forests are known as? They are known as mangrove forests. Tidal forests are also known as mangrove forests. They are mostly found in these mangrove forests are mostly found in the deltas of rivers and in areas which are flooded by the sea water. These forests grow both in fresh and salt water. The delta region of the Ganga and Brahmaputra is covered with the tidal forests. The forests are dense and the wood is hard. Sundari tree is found here. Which tree? Sundari tree. Sundari tree is found in these areas. Sundari tree is a well-known tree which is found in the Ganga delta. So this region is called, due to this tree, this region is called Sundarban deltas. What they are called? Sundarban deltas or Sundarban areas. Sundarbans. This region is called due to presence of these Sundari trees. This region is called Sundarbans. For today, this much is enough. My dear students, revise this much. We will meet next day with the next topic of the same chapter. Thank you class.